Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda, and today I'm bringing you into my pantry. I've been in here doing some inventory, very important stuff, and I thought I would share a few ideas with you. The first is to always know, no matter what is in your pantry. It is very important to keep inventory. Those 3 weeks down south really derailed me, and so now I have no clue what is in my pantry. Today I've been spending some time going through everything, making sure I know I have 8 quarts of this, or I have 20 quarts of that, or I have 100 quarts of this still, or whatever. It's very, very important. It will help me to know how much of what to plant when I start planting this week, because yeah, that's happening. I'm very excited about that. We had our last 30-degree night last night, hopefully. There is nothing in the 30s as the low for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to go ahead and plant everything this week, God willing, and hopefully get that going. But it's going to really help me to know what is in my pantry already. So if you haven't done that yet, I really seriously encourage you to do so. If you don't know what you have, you don't know what you need. So another thing I want to mention is to use what you have. Right now we are out of green beans. We've been out of green beans for months. Our goal is usually 100 quarts. We blew through those last year like nothing. And we have been out for quite some time. It'll be months before we have any more. I am trying to convince my family to use what we have. They are screaming, "Where's the green beans?" But I'm trying to use what we have until we can grow some more. We are using contenders, and we're also going to plant rattlesnake beans. So they're like a green bean on a vine, basically. And so we're going to try growing those as well. We're going to do both this year because I don't know how those are going to do. It'll be my first year planting those ever. And so I don't know how they'll do here yet. So I'm not willing to just plant those. So we're probably going to do 2 full rows of green beans as well. My goal with the green beans this year, 150 quarts. We'll see if I can do it. It's really easy to let something like this slip through your fingers and then you don't know what you have. But at any moment, anything could happen. The global climate is unpredictable. Politically, actual climate, like all of it. Everything is crazy right now. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. We don't know how it's going to impact us. Like, we can't see the future. I know I can't. So all I can do is to make sure that my family is as prepared as possible, and in my mind that means necessities, water, food, medicine, anything that I can do at home to help us out financially and to make sure that in the future, should we not have supplies, that we could still survive, and not just survive but thrive, guys. We want to make sure our families are eating well in a crisis. To that end, I've been making a list like crazy. I'm also making a list of things that I need to get at the store. There are still plenty of things. Though we've been expanding our gardens, you guys have been seeing that in my videos. Even though we're doing all of that, there are still a lot of things that we can't grow here. Things that we are used to eating, things that we need. I can't grow salt. I can't grow sugar. I'm looking at cane production for this fall. But, I mean, there are a lot of things right now that I just don't have access to. Salt is a big thing. Things like that, spices. I'm working on my herb garden, but I mean, you know, you just need some backup. So there are things in my pantry that you can see. We have peanuts up here, foil, things like that. All of that kind of stuff comes out of my food budget. So my food budget does not just consist of food. It's things like foil and toilet paper. All of those household items are also lumped into my food budget. So as I'm stocking up on food, I'm also thinking about everything else. So as I'm working on this today, I was thinking about you guys. If you're not up on this, if you don't know really what you have and what you need, really be thinking about that. We are trying to ramp things up as things are shifting and changing and things are falling from the sky in various locations of the earth. We are really getting serious about making sure that we have a, I wouldn't say sizable, we're under a year. Like, I couldn't last a year here yet. But we are working on our food storage as much as we can. I encourage you to do the same. If you don't know what's going on in your pantry, please get on that. It's very important. I would say vital for survival. So I'm kind of making light of a serious situation, but it's because I don't want you guys to live in fear. I don't want you to be scared. Do what you can do and realize that's all you can do is what you can do. So if you guys take anything from today's video, I want you to understand that this is not about fear. I want you to be prepared. I want you to be aware, but I don't want you to live in fear. Our little people, they look up to us. And if we're living in fear, they're going to be scared out of their minds. I don't want my little girl to be afraid. I don't want her to think about what might happen or might not happen. I want her to just realize that God is in control. No matter what is going on in my life, no matter what's going on in this pantry, it's going to be okay one way or another. For the next few weeks, I'm going to be saving as much as I can from my grocery budget so I can make larger purchases. There are still some items that we need to get. things that we need here at home to be able to produce more of our food. So I'm going to be saving as much as I can to that end. And I'm using the Living on a Dime cookbook to do that. I am meal planning in the morning. You guys can come back and see my meal plan for 2 weeks. And I used this cookbook to really, really help me out with that. So I am not the greatest meal planner in the world. I'm not. But Tara is. And so I'm going to use her cookbook tomorrow so that I can just plan for 2 weeks, and then we can pick meals from those 2 weeks. So it's going to be 14 days of meals, snacks included, that I'm going to pick out and be working on those this week so that I can use what I have. I was very excited to find that I still have plenty of the, there it is, sweet potatoes that I canned last year. Those were not homegrown, they were grown locally, and I got them for a really good price, so I put up as many as I could. And we love those sweet potato bars that I made on Crazy Days, so I'll list a link to that if you guys want to see me make those. They are amazing. My family can snack on that. It's going to be wonderful. People ask me all the time why I've lost so much weight, if I've, you know, doing Slim Fast or whatever. No, I've just been working my hiney off, quite literally, trying to grow as much food for my family as possible. So I hope today's video was helpful. I hope that it inspires you and encourages you. I don't have it all together. My pantry's a wreck, and there are things that I don't have anymore, and there are holes in it, and it's just a mess. So I'm trying to work on that. I want to encourage you to do the same. If you don't know what you have, you don't know what you need. So please keep that in mind so we can all take really good care of our families no matter what crisis may come. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.